Santa Maria Rivera Rodriguez was the prettiest of her sisters. At least that's what she was told. Of course, her sisters were told that too. The men of Manhattan Beach, California, would tell a woman anything to get them into bed. But Maria had reason to believe it. She had the longest of legs, the softest skin, and the kind of eyes for which most men would die. Despite her genetic gifts, Maria somehow maintained a humility that could melt any ape's heart. The Great White Buffalo, that's what they called her, for she was the one girl in the South Bay no man could capture. Maria was holding out for someone special, and she knew he was out there somewhere. Vomiting over the side of the Manhattan Beach Pier had become a ritual for J.R. Popper. After a half-dozen shots of Jägermeister or Goldschlager or whatever the hell the bartender was pouring at the local watering hole, he would stumble his beefy ass down the main drag to the long pier, stick his finger down his throat, and yak what was left of his Kraft macaroni dinner into the waves of the Pacific. That way he had room for more. By the time J.R. made it to Harry O's Tavern, there was a line around the block to get in. Scantily clad beach girls sporting baby oil tans and Walmart miniskirts sucked on Marlboro lights, trying their best to maintain their stick-thin figures. But it was the girl on the far side of the street that piqued J.R.'s interest. A dark-skinned beauty in blue jeans and sweatshirt, toting a backpack of books on our way home from community college. "He's from Columbus," Maria said with an intoxicating accent. "His ship's the Nina Pinta Santa Maria." That was how Maria got her name. She could have been talking Swahili for all J.R. cared. She was the hottest thing he had seen since his 3 minutes that morning on Pornhub. Between his pretty boy looks and college boy charm, J.R. had little problem talking Maria into a cup of joe at the corner coffee shop. That's the trick all real ladies' men knew. If they wanted a girl to trust them, they didn't take them to a bar, for God's sake. They took them for coffee. There was no harm in that. Little did Maria know that while she was freshening up in the powder room, J.R. slipped 2 drops too many of Rohypnol into her cappuccino. An hour later, she was frolicking naked in the surf, in the light of the moon, thinking she had met Prince Charming. J.R. never carried a condom. The indentation in his wallet would ruin any chance he had of getting laid the moment a girl saw him pay a bill. Not that he ever did. But given the fact Maria was 3 sheets to the wind, J.R. had little trouble convincing her he would pull out.